If you ever served long enough in the military, you will eventually notice something interesting. You have two people can serve in the exact same branch, the exact same rank, earn the exact same paycheck, and retire at the exact same time. Yet one retires financially secure while the other retires completely broke. Same uniform, same paycheck, same opportunities, but completely different financial outcomes. And the difference usually comes down to a handful of financial mistakes that many service members make without even realizing it. Well, today we're going to talk about the biggest financial mistakes military members make, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. This is the Adjutant. Well, mistake number one is lifestyle inflation. And you're probably wondering to yourself, what in the world is lifestyle inflation? One of the biggest financial traps in the military is something called lifestyle inflation. This happens when every time you get promoted, you increase your spending. You go from specialist to sergeant, from sergeant to staff sergeant to sergeant first class, and each promotion comes with more spending, better car, bigger apartment, more expensive lifestyles. Now, let me be very clear. There is absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying your life. But here's the problem, people. When spending rises at the same pace as income, wealth never grows. The service member who becomes wealthy usually lives one rank below their income. Now, another mistake is buying expensive vehicles. I don't know why this happens. I know when I first came in the military years and years ago, and particularly when I became an officer, you can always tell the new service members, they go out and get the biggest sports car that you could possibly buy. So let me say something that might make some people very uncomfortable. One of the fastest ways to stay broke in the military is buying expensive vehicles. We've all seen it. The brand new lieutenant, driving around into the unit, and within 2 weeks, they're driving a $70,000 truck or a brand new sports car. Now, again, nothing is wrong with owning a nice vehicle, but vehicles are depreciating assets. They go down in value every single year, and oftentimes the moment you drive off the lot. Meanwhile, that same money invested in the TSP index funds or retirement accounts could grow significantly over time. The difference between those two decisions over a 20-year career can literally be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's talk about mistake number three, and that is ignoring the TSP. Now, the thrift savings plan is one of the greatest wealth building tools available to military members. Yet many service members either, if you can believe this, folks, don't contribute very little, or never increase their contributions. Here's something that actually may surprise you, because it surprised me. If a service member contributes 15% of their income consistently over a career, they can potentially retire with hundreds of thousands of dollars, even, listen to this, millions of dollars. But that only happens if they start early. The power here is called compound growth. Look it up. And compound growth rewards time. Which kind of leads into mistake number four that I've seen people make, and that is carrying credit card debt. Credit cards can be extremely useful tools. In fact, you need them in many instances when renting a vehicle or things like that, if it's used correctly, but when used incorrectly, they can become financial quicksand. You got high interest credit card debt can easily reach 20% interest or more. That means if you're carrying balances month to month, and by the way, never do that, you're effectively paying a 20% tax on your own money. Now, one of the smartest financial moves a service member can make is eliminating high interest debt as quickly as possible. And when I mean quickly, I mean most hate. Bali, quickly. Now, mistake number 5, and that is not understanding military benefits. And folks, if you don't understand military benefits, you're going backwards while trying to go forward. Here's something that many people outside the military don't realize. The military offers incredible financial benefits. There are things such as housing allowance, healthcare. I tell you what, healthcare is phenomenal too, by the way. Tax advantage you get, the retirement system. I have tons of videos on my channel dealing with the high 3 or the blended retirement systems. And there's educational benefits. But many service members never take the time to truly understand them. And when you don't understand the benefits available to you, you leave money on the table. Now, we're going to talk about mistake number 6, and that is waiting too long to learn about money. Many people wait until their 10th or 15 years into their career before they start thinking seriously about finances. And folks, let me tell you, by that point, they may have already accumulated large debt, have little savings, and very little invested. Now, the earlier you start learning about money, the more powerful your financial future becomes. Now, with mistake number 7, you thinking about retirement will resolve everything. Folks, the best time to think about retirement is as soon as you sign up to join the military, okay? Now, thinking retirement resolves everything. You have some service members assume that reaching 20 years of service automatically means financial security. Now, while you may be better off than many in the private sector, no. But retirement pay alone is rarely enough to build long-term wealth. And we just don't want to just get by, folks. You want to excel in your retirement. You want to have money to just travel and enjoy the things you want to do without the stress. Now, remember, the military pension is a foundation, not the entire house. The service members who build real financial freedom combine their pension with investment, savings, smart financial decisions over time. You need to remember that, folks. Now, here's an encouraging part. Most financial mistakes are completely avoidable. You don't need to be a financial genius. You don't need to earn 6 figures. You simply need to make consistent, smart decisions over time. What does that mean? You want to invest early. You want to control debt. Understand your benefits, and if you do those things consistently, you will place yourself in a completely different financial position than the average person, because financial success in the military is absolutely not determined by rank. It's determined by discipline, decision-making. And the good news is, those are things you can start improving today. Until the next time, I am the Adjutant. I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.